Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. You haven't seen this book in a while. It's got a little bit dirty cover, but that's okay. I'm going to leave it dirty until I'm done and then I'll use an eraser and clean it up. I'm going to be doing this page. I have 2 pages left in this book. This one and the last page. That one. So I'm going to do this one here. We're going to do the little turtle and all the teacups. Okay, one of the things I'm going to do is do a quick little thing on the teacup handles. I can find the little thing I was using just a little while ago. Don't know if I can. I think that was it. So the handles are going to be gold. And I'm going to take a little bit of wild honey. And we're just going to ink up a little bit of that tulle. And we're going to run it onto the handles. You don't have to worry about too much color on these. They're all going to be a little different shading. We're going to go over it with pencil. If I go out of bounds, I don't care. It's not going to bother me one bit. I will do the background in a goldish color or a bluish color, and that will just highlight. I don't have a smaller tool. Done the whole book in inks, whether they were Inktense or Distress inks. Just bring that down more. And we're also going to put a little bit in Mary Shelley's shell and her face here. We're going to pull some of that down into highlighting these areas. So how are you all doing today? I hope you're all well. Just wanted to do a quick little picture today. Get these started at least. There we go. We're going to put a little gold rim on that. Just add a little of that color in there. Okay. Since we've got some colors out, I'm going to finish up her inking. And I have peeled paint and forest moss. We're just going to pick up some tulle here. That looks like it's green of some sort. Ah! Throw the pen around. Okay, so we're going to throw a little of this green in here. And get her shell looking a little greener. Okay, and down on her too. Okay, and we'll probably throw a little green on one of these cups. We have 2 of these cups that look like this, so we're going to throw some of that green on these. There we go. Okay. Bring in some forest moss, which is a darker green. I don't know if I have a darker green. Looks like I do. Okay, I'm going to throw this on there. Kind of go over the same areas that we did. Darken underneath her shell a little more. Around her knee, her feet. She's a hard worker. She's got her little hard hat on. She's going around picking up all the teacups that everybody else has just dropped on the ground. She's catching them on her back. We'll throw a little of that dark green up here in the cups too for a shadow. Boom. We're also going to take a little brown, and this is gathered twigs. Brown, 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 brown. Do I have a brown one? You're brown. And we're going to shadow up some areas with the brown. And we're going to throw a little of that down here on the ground where she is walking. There's a shadow down here. And we'll bring some of this up to a cup. It's kind of like a blue cup. Maybe we'll throw a little in here. Just going to lightly put it in as a coloration between the eye. Throw some of that in some of the handles. Do that as a pink cup. This one is a blue. We have an initial up here too, so we'll throw that in the middle of that. Okay. We're going to take most of that off, and on this cup we're just going to make a shadow line and pull it in. Using whatever is left on this tool. And on this one up here. We'll throw a little of it down here. There we go. Tiny bit up here. And inside that top cup. Just a shadow. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. And we have a blue out here. Oh no. One of these. Gonna find a bluish one. That'll work. This is a dark blue prize ribbon. Get the lid off. It's a new one. Okay, we're gonna add a little blue in to this scene. There's a little there and a little in here. And I'm going to kind of keep it a limited palette, so we're going to take the blue up into these stripes. Boom. We put a little blue on the side of this cup and pull it over. Same at the top. There we go. And we're going to throw a little of this in her helmet. right there. Okay, we'll bring in some Salty Ocean. Get all that ink off of that little sponge. It's a little lighter color. A little blue on that cup. I forgot a handle over here. Okay, throw just a little of that blue in some areas on Mary too. All right. Boom. I have a couple of pencils here. Scoot all this guys across. In the handles, I guess we're just going to skip inking that one. I'm going to take cream here, and we're going to put it down the rest of that handle and over the color that we put in. We'll do that on this one. Do it on all of them is what we're going to do. We're also going to put it inside this cup. Saucer. Okay, just go on up and put it on everything. Pull it out to this cup. Okay, everybody got it? I'm going to throw a little in her helmet too, right up here. Around her nose, front of her feet, anywhere that we left white. Okay. Then we're going to go in with Sanguine, which is almost this color here. And we're going to put it in the shadows and where we just think it might look good. I assume that's for the green cup. It's hard to tell. And we're going to bring some of this out into this cup. Really kind of the only cup we didn't color. Throw a little in that shadow in here. Down in this shadow. A little in the helmet. Her nose. Knees. Just to brighten up some spots in here. Okay, the light blue here is a light phthalo blue, and I'm going to add it into this cup. Nice and light there. We put some on this cup. And then on the cups up at the top. I can't lift my book. I'm going to turn it a little bit. Just under that rim. Down here where we need a shadow. Okay, bring in Aquamarine. And just give a shadow line for everybody. If you want to add a little more blue in here, you can throw some in. And then the one on the top. Add in the light blue to help blend that out. Then in the handles, I'm going to bring in a little bit of burnt sienna. And just go on all the way up. I don't think I put any of the other color in this one, so we'll have to add that. I'll add that in there too, and we're going to kind of bring that around that way. Okay, take a little black. We're going to take these lines and kind of bring them into the cup and darken some areas. That one doesn't need much because you can't see it. On Mary's helmet here. Anywhere she would have a shadow because his arm is in the background. Bring some of that down. And then we can darken any of these lines we want. Gonna darken her shell. So as I get everything out of the book so I can turn it right under here. Okay, and then these areas in here. Then we'll darken underneath the shell. Okay, we are getting there. We'll take in the cream here, and we're going to go over this little dish here. Put a little in that teacup. A little in that teacup. Go in and darken the cream that's in the handles. cream on all the lips of the cups. And the saucer. Skip our little bug there. Oh, I'm going to put the little sanguine in the cup here that we missed. Okay, the cream. Cream in this cup. Blend that in good up here. We have to darken that. There we go. Use a little of that just to darken here. Give it a little shadow. Same on this cup. This is the brown burnt sienna. I'm going to throw a little bit more of this color in her helmet. A little of the sanguine. If I can grab the pencil. That's not the sanguine, this one is. Sorry. Bring that color up. And then go in with the cream. And around the edge. Okay, the eye, we are going to change a tiny bit. We can get it down a little closer, I guess, for that. We're going to bring it down this way. Darken up under here a little more. Lip area. Nose. Okay, we'll put a Posca dot in here if we can. That's looking pretty good. We're going to take a little bit of, if I have it here, scattered straw. And do a little more down here on the ground. Got a bigger inker. Just going to ink up one side of it. And just kind of softly go around there. So we already put gathered twigs on it. And this is just a softer color. So we can put some dimension in that. We're also going to use my itty bitty background stamp. I had to write it down because I sometimes can't remember. I'm only going to ink half of that, and I'm going to put little dots down here on the ground. Boom, just like that. We're also going to take a bit of, and move this up so you can see what I'm going to do here. the gathered twigs and the scattered straw. I'm going to put both colors on the stamp, and I'm going to dump it into the lighter into the darker, and then we're just going to place it around the cups. See if I can't get that to show up there. In the plate. And you can also do her if you like. Get it cohesive. Okay. Now what we're going to do is ink the background. We're going to do that in a blue, light blue, to match the page on this side. It's just a light blue, light inking. So we'll just try to get this a little centered. Would be nice. There we go. I want to ink it, but I don't want a whole bunch of ink on the pad. And we're just going to go in kind of willy-nilly here. Want a little blue here. Kind of coming up. Come around her. Go up here. Down under her, and round on the other side. It's a little dark here, so we'll get it a little darker on the outside. We're going to pull it off the page and just kind of go out. I'm going to pull it up this way, pull it off the page if you could. You can't, so we won't. Just make it look like we are. Okay, off that way. And a little bit up here around the top of this cup. There we go. Lid on that. If you think the definition has gone out of your cups over here, just add a little bit of that darker blue and bring it back in here. Play with it until you like what it looks like. That's all I do. I have fun. And darken her helmet up just a little bit here. Bring in some more of that sanguine and darken that up there. Just blend those colors together. And a little bit of that cream. There we go. Now you notice this is a little dark here. Somewhere around here is an eraser. We're going to see if we can't pull a little of that out. take a tiny bit of blue, and we're going to color that area. This is the light blue we used up in the cup. And we're going to pull it down under her. Under this side. And under her chin. Up here. Around the cups. Just blend it out into the ink. Cover up any of those yellow spots you don't like. Put a little color on your little bug over here. He's reading the newspaper. If you want to darken up any other area, just bring in the darker color that you used in the cups. This is the Ultramarine. Get a softer edge on that. And just pull it in a little bit here and there. A little more shadowing. And you just bring in your light color again and go over that, blend it out. Try to get the softer edge, not the straighter edge. Just takes a little more blending if you do it that way. Then we can take in a white. Oh, don't know about that one. Let's see. It's pink on it. Get the pink off. And just soften that edge up. Soften any of these blue edges up if you want. Highlight on the tips of those handles. Okay. Wondering if I should put splatters on here. I didn't do it on that page, but I can put the little dots in here. So my little stamp, clean off all the little brown dots. And we're going to go in with some blue dots. Need a scrap piece of paper here. Like my scrap. I want to make sure that it's going to be blue and not some other color. So put it down lightly, change the direction, and put some blue dots down in here. Go all the way up where the ink is, down in this area. There we go. A few up here, go off the page with it. There we go. We're going to throw some little dots on the other side of the page. Just to make them look right. And we're going to throw in some lighter blue ones. There we go. Boom, 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 over on the other side too. There. Okay. She is done. I may get a dark green and just shade a little tiny bit more under her. Can find a dark green that I like that isn't pine green, because I don't like pine green. I'll do this one, chrome green opaque. Just darken up some of these areas here. There we go. I almost feel like putting a bow on her, but she's a rough and tough turtle. There we go. All right, I'm going to call that done. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed having a little time to color, just something simple. I have one page left to do in this book, and it's this one. And I'll get that one down, and I will be done and be able to do a flip through of all the pages. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.